Hey, good day, my friends. Welcome to Awake, Free, and Ready. Today, we're talking about, are we living in a Psy-Ops? Well, let's go. Break free and join the Awake, Free, and Ready community. Awaken your soul, free your mind, and get ready for what's next. Good day, my friends, and hey, I am so glad you're here at Awake, Free, and Ready. Today, we're talking about, are we living in a Psy-Ops? And just before I get to it, just want to thank you for subscribing. Yeah, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do that now. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Yeah, join our tribe and be a part of our Awake, Free, and Ready Facebook group. And join the conversation there. Okay, let's get right into it. Are we living in a PsyOps? Now, a PsyOps, as it is defined, a PsyOps is a military operation usually aimed at influencing the enemy's state of mind through non-combative means. Now, we know that the goalposts have moved as to what it means to be an enemy. Now, back in the day, World War I, World War II, a PsyOps would have been the propaganda that was either placed or dropped to impact the enemy's state of mind. You know, the enemies did the same thing. Propaganda was a very powerful weapon. They would use a PsyOps to demoralize, let them feel or think that the enemy was bigger than they were, or more superior than they were. Now, the PsyOps has changed a lot. And remember, this is a psychological program on a grand scale. And they've gotten really good because they've had 70 years to play with the model. And they've had 70 years to use the most up-to-date technology. Every day you are being inundated with a PsyOps to get you to think a particular way. Some of them are incredibly obvious. Your commercials. They're there to do what they need to do to get you to buy that product. Movies will use product placement at the right place, the right time, and also how you are feeling as you're watching the movie. They will get you at the right dopamine dump or the serotonin so that that product is top of mind when you feel that way again, or you're feeling a certain level of, maybe it's hunger, and they will product place a pizza right in front of you, and it looks damn good. But let's fast forward. The last couple of years have been absolutely incredible. I believe we are living in a PsyOps. It is no longer just an operation, one focused over here, and a military objective or a strike over here, like in 9/11, where they had to get the American population on board to take out Iraq, Afghanistan, all these countries that were playing a part here. But the American public would not approve of them going to war under false pretenses. So they had to create an incredibly insidious plan to get to the hearts and minds of the world, essentially. And of course, after the incident, everyone's outraged. And of course, they've got an enemy. Now it's all guns blazing. And every media outlet, if you are not for this war, you're un-American. If you are not for vengeance and retaliation, you are not American. And they have weapons of mass destruction over there. Oh, it's terrible. Of course, none of it was ever found. So many people lost their lives senselessly. But hey, they got their pipeline in. It was all good. We are led to believe a certain thing, and it is so convincing because they can use the power of the media. And I encourage you, if you've not seen the movie, Wag the Dog, I would highly recommend watching the movie Wag the Dog because it will show you soup to nuts how they pull off a PsyOps and get the public on board with an ideology. And it's brilliantly played out. Now, with what's happening now, so many people have been convinced that there is something out there that is lethal, to the point where so many people have 3 and 4 doses of the cure to prevent them from getting it. And yet the proof is in the pudding. Now it's proven that the most hospitalized individuals have been the ones that were taking the thing. Yeah. It's been interesting. When I first was awakened to the truth about what was really going on the last couple of years, I thought that QAnon was this amazing underground organization. And then when all this stuff was coming to the surface about the children and adrenochrome and all these other pieces, I thought, finally, there's going to be some retribution here. Finally, the cards are all going to be put on the table and the world's going to see the truth. But as you know, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And it was almost like it just disappeared overnight. And so sometimes I'm wondering, and a lot of you have, that these organizations that they feel like they're on our side could be a PsyOps that is planned opposition. And we see this being played out in the political arena. I have to tell you this. There is nobody coming to save you in the political arena. There's incredibly charismatic people out there that are the opposition to the existing party. And they say all the right things, and you want to believe that they are the hope for the future. And then you find out that they're a part of the WEF. They've gone to these organizations. They're part of a lot of these secret societies. They're a part of the globalist agenda. And so you have to start looking at what is really going on. And where do you find the truth? It's not all negative. It's not all about how the system is being used and rigged against you. The important piece is that you are using your power of discernment to pick and choose the sources of your information very carefully. And you curate your information on platforms you trust, and you check in with yourself as to how it resonates. Is this true? Does this feel like it's plausible? Does it feel like it's right? And I guarantee you, if it's coming from the mainstream media, you know that it is all part of that agenda. Everything is. And you are seeing now that inflation is going through the roof. There's all these data points pointing to a massive spike in inflation. But we're also seeing that it's all being projected on world events outside of our own power. And yet it's our very leaders in the West that have sold their country from under them. And it doesn't take too much of a rocket scientist to really do your due diligence to find out the truth. Now, it sounds like it's obvious. It's just absolutely obvious. Everybody can see it. The sad part is that only about 20% of the population can see what's truly happening. Only about 20%. That's how powerful the PsyOps is. That's how powerful the propaganda is, the mainstream media. They know how to hit the hot buttons. And when someone is asleep, they're very, very susceptible to suggestion. They've lost their sense of sovereignty. They've lost their personal power. And they've acquiesced who and what they are to the state to protect them, to make them feel safe. And now we're getting all this woke culture that's designed to separate all of us on every line you can possibly imagine, from race to gender to sexual preference to economics. And they're expecting some pretty heinous things to go down in the next 3 to 4 months. Now, it's not all negative. It's not. Because you have the power to dictate or change the way you feel. It all comes from within. So it's important that you are focused on what lifts you up, what makes you feel strong, sovereign, awake, free, and ready. Because my brothers and sisters, now is not the time to sit on the sidelines and wait for a savior to come and make it all right. That's not going to happen. We're in very interesting times, unprecedented times, and you've got to take a look at what's going on and connect the dots. The PsyOps is for the others. This is not for you. You can see beyond the illusion. You can see the truth because you connect. You connect with who and what you are. It's important that you continue to do that. It's important that you are hanging out or around those that truly have your back, those that believe in you, those that support who and what you are. And this is why I wanted to create this community, so that there are noble warriors that truly standing for one another. And that support mechanism, because it is important at this time. I want to leave you with this idea that there is some good that's coming out of this. More people have awakened in the last 2 years than at any other time in history. And that says a lot. So I know that there's a lot of people that are kind of feeling it, sort of feeling it, but it's our job to go, hey, over here, this is where you want to open your eyes. Or I've got something to show you. I've got something to share with you. This is our mission. This is what we're here for. We are here to uplift humanity, one soul at a time. Yeah, we don't have to play in their playground. We don't have to play in their manipulation. We see beyond it. You have got what it takes. And with all the tools at their disposal, I know the system can seem like it's winning. And in some ways, yeah, they are. But that's to the masses. That's to that 80 percentile. It doesn't require the majority to shift consciousness. It does not. We are the percentile that can change the trajectory of humanity. And that's why we're awake. That's why we are free. And that's why we're ready. We were born for this. This is our mission. We got this. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and comment on it if you felt that there's some value here. And of course, subscribe, give us a like, and join our Facebook community over at Awake, Free, and Ready. Join the conversation there as well. All right, be good to yourself, and remember, you're here to awaken your soul, free your mind, and get ready for what's next. Have the best day. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.